I point my camera and press the button. The satisfying shutter sound indicates that the result is ready. I look at the display and realize that my photo is underexposed. I point my camera one more time and press the button. Out of focus. Another photo, not straight. I point my camera one last time with all the adjustments and realize that my subject, a brown dragonfly on a branch, has already flown away. With an experienced eye, I track the insect until it lands again. There it is. I am now on my knees, carefully getting closer to the insect with one eye on the viewfinder of my camera and the greatest focus I could ever achieve. In just a moment, you hear another click. I have it this time. I have the photo. You can fly as much as you want now. I think about the dragonfly and get back to my camera. This time, it was perfect. That photo is right here. Imagine I post this photo on social media, photography exhibitions, competitions, along with other photos. The two most common comments that I hear are, your camera takes great pictures, and you are so talented. I've heard it a lot throughout my journey, but at some point I started wondering about the true meaning of the second one. Talent? What does they mean, talent? By definition, talent is a genetic predisposition, an innate skill or ability, something that we're naturally good at. Then, does this suggest that I am genetically predisposed toward my art? Is talent more about hard work or genes? To try to find answers to these questions, I first refer to my own case. What is something I have shown talent in? Okay, some say I'm good at math, I like solving problems. I'm an artist after all, my passion is photography. The real question is, are they genetic references? If I excel in these areas, does this mean that I was born with an innate skill? Well, if I think about it more deeply, I can assure you that none of these skills were innate in me. I learned them throughout time. Take, for example, photography. I discovered it as a passion only about 2 years ago. Since then, I spent countless hours working with a camera, trying something different every single day, failing, but in the end, succeeding. They are not genetic. No, this skill is not genetic, and I wouldn't want to give credit to some innate ability. This year, I started learning music, something completely new to me. Well, even if talent does exist, this is one thing I was not very lucky in, because all the achievements I'm getting today in music are solely the result of my very hard work. In the end, I started seriously doubting the existence of so-called talent everyone talks about. Still, I tried not to be narrow-minded and referred to science to find answers. Upon my research, I came across two viewpoints here as well. Some research says that success is based on talent to some extent, while other research argues that it's all about lots of hard work. But how much is a lot of hard work, you might question? We sure hear that practice makes perfect many times, but how long does it take to get to that highest level? It gets even more interesting here because some of these studies specify a number, 10,000. Approximately 10,000 hours of dedicated practice you will need to reach an elite level in any area. That's 420 days or 1.14 years of uninterrupted practice. Can you imagine? Obviously, this number will vary from person to person, but for me, for someone who appreciates precision and numbers, it really is inspiring as it provides me with some sort of milestone in my journey. Now, I want you to consider another factor, environment. Imagine a case. A man has dedicated his life to music, a man who has spent 10,000 hours or even more on his craft. I've always wondered, would those skills and abilities be transferred to his children by genes? Probably, or not. We don't know. But one thing is more evident in here. His children are most likely to be into music from an early age because of the environment that surrounds them. Think about it. Being in a house where music is often played, having parents that advocate this type of art, and physically getting to know an instrument is going to be very influential. In contrast, even if a child is born with an innate ability, he will not be able to discover and develop that until his parents provide with the right opportunity and environment. After lots of thinking and research, I have come up with a way to visualize this relationship between hard work and genetic predisposition. To understand it, think of a sliding scale, a spectrum. In some cases, we may be able to determine that success is maybe due to 30% genetic predisposition versus 70% hard work, while in other situations, it may be 10% genetic versus 90% hard work. In rare circumstances, it may even be 99 to 1% relationship. This spectrum suggests that no success is based solely on one factor of the scale. Isn't there always a bit of both? I believe there is always hard work and dedication, as well as some genetic predisposition in the beginning. In a way, we are all talented, but without the right environment, passion, dedication, we are going to be stuck on our 5, 10, or even 30% of genetic predisposition. So the next time you hear the word talent, remember the sliding scale. The person's success you are fascinated with may be innate to some extent, but at the end of the day, it's still more about the hard work he has gone through. This photo required me more than an innate skill. It may be, but it's still more about my hard work and my passion. This is a message worth spreading. Thank you.